Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you Monday night, the 28th of May, with a quick look at some stocks that I'm checking out for the week and a look at the ES, which is currently trading up to 1321.25 after hours. And I assumed that the markets would be much lower considering the worry about Spanish banks and so forth. Let's take a look at the chart and see where we can establish our targets for the week. Okay, so we traded, we closed at 13.15 last week, and we're at 13.22 currently. So if we throw some fibs on here from this last pivot high at the beginning of May down to our low here, 1334 is still our target, okay, with a 150 period below price. Okay, so we're holding up fairly decently, and we have RSI now trending back up after being oversold. Okay, so I think we'll look pretty decent. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, weekly looks pretty decent too. 382, right? It's 1334.80. So I mean, we could get a shot up to the 1349, 50% level if we see some buying into the week. So we keep an eye on that level and trade accordingly. Of course, on the weekly, notice that the RSI is headed down still. Yeah, but we're oversold, so we're due for a bounce on the weekly as well. Put in a nice candle thus far. It would be nice to see this candle close higher and take out this large red candle from last week before last. Okay. Now for a few stocks that I've been looking at that showed up on the list that gas is sent to me via email. This level here on volume at price is also a level showing up on Kumo. Okay, so it'd be nice to see us trade through Kumo and break higher, in which case we could see a shot at the previous highs, okay, at 51.80. So presently Chico is below price, so I want to see that move back up above price, and we'll see price emerge through Kumo. Stochastics is oversold and pointing higher. Okay, so volume at price, once we move above this level, we could see a considerable move back up to these highs. Okay, so that's FEIC. Looking at the short percentage on FEIC, we can see that we're right at a decent level, and we're in this uptrend. That looks pretty decent for a move back up to recent highs and possibly a move back up to this upper trend line. I'm also watching Lazy Boy, okay, which we've seen bounce several times here at this level, trading in a range. And I'd be hard pressed to not believe that we'll get back up to the upper Bollinger Band, if not the 1560 level. Of course, it's only $1.30 away, but Stochastics is oversold, and we are just emerging above Kumo. So we could see a Kumo breakout this week and move back up to the 1560 area or so. Okay. I have Lazy Boy in a similar bucket as Home Depot, being Home Depot is doing well, and the short float is pretty decent as well. LaSalle Hotel Corporation properties, rather, similar pattern. We've seen this triple bottom, these lows hold and bounce. We have Kumo above us, and when we look at volume at price, it's a little dirty here, but once we get above this level, it could be interesting. Okay. Note the short percent as well. Home Depot I continue to like. Once we get above this level here, volume at price got a little pocket here. Nothing to be really excited about, but we could see this moving higher. Note that we have Kumo just about ready to break above it, and if we could get the price to move higher, we could see a TK cross, and we could resume this trend that we've seen since 2011, October. Hasn't looked back. Boston properties were above Kumo, oversold. See, we had a little bit of an issue here last week. Looking pretty decent though. Let's see what MACD is doing. MACD could turn to the north, so I'll be keeping an eye on this. I'm not currently in this trade. I think GTO is noting the bounce on the 150 period on these charts. UPS could get interesting as well. Note that we're back above the 150 period moving average. We're above the 10 period, and the 20 period is right overhead, with stochastics still pointing higher, and MACD looks like it wants to cross the, and then we're going to have some resistance at Kumo, but if we break through Kumo, we could see it's putting in 52-week highs again. So keep an eye on UPS. Also note the pattern here. We're not at the lows, but we're still looking nice. Okay. So if we could break above this level here, we could see a move higher to this upper Bollinger Band and possibly the 50 period moving average, which is turning over ever so slightly, but if we can get price to move back up, we could see this level off and price move higher. I like UPS a lot. Not currently in it though. And of course, spiders. We had this channel for the most part that we've been trading inside of. We have the 150 period right that's holding price down for the present time. Stochastics is oversold, moving higher. Okay, I'd like to see MACD turn up as well. Okay, Kumo wise, we have a thin Kumo, so if price could get back up to this level, we could see move back up to the 141, 140 area fairly quickly. Kumo is currently right near that upper channel line at 138.46, give or take. Alright, so this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on the weekend, Memorial Day. I served in Nam, 71 to 72. All you veterans out there, I hope you had a good weekend. Take care and remember to use your stops.